Hello friends, I am Tanvi. Today we are going to discuss about the subject biology and the topic is adaptation. Adaptation. So let's begin. First it is adaptation of desert plants. First we will get to know what is the meaning of adaptation. Adaptation is nothing but how we are dependent on something else. That is the adaptation mean. Adaptations of desert plants means how desert plants are there adapted to the desert. That's it. So first we'll see some of the adaptations of the desert plants. First adaptation of the desert plant is cactus. First adaptation is thick waxy skin to reduce loss of water and reflect heat. They are adapted to desert. Some features, some characteristics are there for the cactus to live in the desert. So what is that? Thick waxy skin to reduce the loss of water and to reflect heat. In the desert plant, the cactus, the leaves will have thick waxy skin to reduce the loss of water. As in the desert there is less amount of water, so the thick waxy skin will help to reduce the loss of water. It will help to save the water and to reflect the heat. And the second point is large fleshy stems to store water. Large fleshy stems will be there. The stem of the cactus will be large and fleshy to store the water. As you can see here, this is a picture of the cactus. Here you can see the thick waxy skin of the leaves and some other things. Now the large fleshy stems to store water. These are the large fleshy stems to store water inside this. And the thorns and thin spiky or glossy leaves to reduce water loss. And they are having these thorns, these thorns will be there in the outer part, and the leaves, this thing which is the thorns will help to, this will be very helpful for the reduce of water loss. This will reduce the water loss. This thorns will help in reducing the water loss. And next one, the spikes protect cacti from animals wishing to use stored water. They're saying in this cactus, as you know, it will store water inside, and even as in desert there is no water, some animals which will come to just wishing to, they will wish to use that stored water. They will come and just think to just use this stored water in a cactus. So if the animals just take the water, for that the cactus is protected from the animals who are wishing to use the stored water by, there will be some small spikes and thorns over here. This will help the cactus that no animals can come near it. The spikes, the thorns will poke the animals. So that's why the spikes that is there in the cactus plant. Now we have seen the adaptation of desert plants. Now next we move on to the adaptation of desert animals. The common animal in the desert is camel. Here you can see the camel. Now what we are, first adaptation, how it is adapted to the desert. What are the features which is there to protect it from the hotness and some other things. First point, camels are well adapted to desert. It is well adapted. It is very suitable for the desert. It is very suited. The second point is large flat feet to spread their weight on the sand. The camel will load weights So it will have large flat feet here. It will have large flat feet which will spread their weight on the sand. It will make the camel easier to walk. The last point is that thick fur on the top of the body for shade. It will be having some thick fur on the top of the body. The topmost of the body will be having some thick fur for shade. For the shade, and it will help to prevent the hotness. This is that. Let's have a quick recap again so that we can understand properly. Adaptation of desert plants of cactus. It will be having thick waxy skin to reduce the water loss and reflect the heat. And large fleshy stems to store water inside the cactus plant. Thorns and thin spiky or glossy leaves to reduce water loss. Even the thorns and thin spiky or some thin spiky glossy leaves are also used for reduce the water loss. And next, the spikes protect cactus from animals wishing to use stored water. Some animals which want to take the water from this cactus, they want to drink or something, the spikes will be very helpful at that time. Next, for the camel, adaptation of the desert animals, camel. Camels are well adapted to desert. Okay, then large flat feet to spread their weight on the sand. Thick fur on the top of the body for shade. It will have even some thick fur for the shade and to prevent the hot. Okay. So this is the diagram of a cactus plant. Here you can see the spikes. Here, spikes. The spikes which are there and large stem. The large fleshy stem over here. This is the diagram of the cactus, and this is the camel. Here you can see the feet and there is no fur. So this is the camel. That's all for today's class. Thanks for watching my video. I will come up with some other things in the next video. Thank you.